Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, subscribe to this family-friendly channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name, officialbunne_e. Now let's get to the recap. After everybody has a brief talk about the eliminations, Jay is fixing Winter's hair and they share a little moment to talk. And Winter says, Jay, you're my first pick and we have other choices, but I just kind of know where your head is at. And Jay says, of course, my first choice is Joy, but I want to be honest with you. And I don't want to just tell you anything to lead you on. So I have to be honest. Tommy takes a moment to speak with the fellas and he says, okay, Simone and Brian, they went home. You've all had a chance to date, but now we've got to do even more dating because one more woman has to go home. This week, we have to challenge ourselves to be more vulnerable. Get to know a little bit more your other choices so you can know that your top picks are true. Spend more time with one another and maybe some more compatibility will shine. Jay tells Joy that Tommy told the fellas, hey, we got a homework assignment to spend more time with the other person that wasn't your first choice. How do you feel about that? And Joy is just like, well, it's cool. The process, I get it. But she doesn't feel like anyone else should get the time to get to know Jay better because she feels like he's still her number one pick. Rashid tells Alex about the homework assignment that they have from Tommy as well. And he tells her, oh, that smile gets me every time. And she blushes. And he tells her, hey, I have something planned, but don't overthink anything. Just come casually fine as you usually do. And she's just so giddy with the tee-hee-hees because she's just loving his masculinity. And from across the room, honey, Adriana is watching with that very, very strict eye. And she's not liking somebody else being all over her man. Kelfani says in a production clip that Adriana filled in a void and showed him the side that he enjoyed, the laughing, the jokes, the feeling giddy, all of those special feelings. But it's difficult to date other women and you feel them both when both of you have some sort of connection. It just feels odd, but it's necessary that they have to do it because it reads out what's real and what's infatuation. And if these are the things that I must do, he's aware and he's just making it known. Kelfani asked out Denise on a date, and she's so excited to share more time with Kelfani because she feels that it's just been so long since they had the opportunity to connect. Kelfani plans a massage date with his now second choice, Denise, and Denise is loving each moment. And he just wants her to know to relax and know this massage is just to calm her and it's all about her. Rashid and Alex have a nice date with some fondue and a cute little moment where he pulls her chair out and he's doing some motioning as if he has her butt in his hands, just bouncing it, being silly with her butt cheeks. I saw that, Rashid. And Alex says to production that when Brian was eliminated and he wasn't there, it was like a weight had been lifted off of her shoulders. And Alex says, well, wait a minute, let me feed this to you. And Rashid is like, whoa, well, okay, hold up. Okay, well, go ahead, do your thing then. Yes, Alex. Yes, baby girl. Make him open his mouth and get all of that meow mix. That meow mix sauce, honey. Rashid is loving the fondue, but he says, all jokes aside, there are some cards that we need to look at together to help us with being vulnerable. And the first card says, have you ever sabotaged a relationship because in your mind it was not perfect? And Alex is like, ooh, yeah. Unfortunately, I made my last relationship, one guy I dated, I made him feel like nothing he did was right. I always put too much pressure on him. Everything that he did, I judged. And I just wanted him to be this perfect person in my mind. But that was something that I should have changed. It wasn't him. It was just something that I just had some insecurities about. Now it's time for Alex to ask Rashid a question. And she asks, is being vulnerable hard for you? And Rashid says, you know what? It's easy for me now. I mean, after I did my work after my divorce and seeing a therapist, I had to realize that there were some things that I need to work on. So in the future, I won't carry those same things on in a relationship. I felt like at one point, my wife didn't need me anymore. And I voiced that to her at some point. and that I felt that way. She was an entrepreneur and I was proud of her and I was encouraging her. But sometimes I felt like I wasn't needed because she had everything. And plus, especially when she had the child, now you have a child and everything you want, which made me feel kind of left out in certain ways. So it was just really weird. Alex makes a production note that he's always aware of what he wants. He's aware of himself and he takes action and openly admits that there were some mistakes that he made. So that really matters to me. Alex talks about her domestic violence experience and she feels that she's ready to move on and she has all the things that she needs to make sure that she doesn't make those same mistakes as well. And Rashid says, I just don't want you to feel like this situation was your fault and to always know that you deserve better in life. You don't deserve someone to disrespect you in any kind of way. But also, off of another topic, he continues that guys are just as afraid. We don't want to voice it though, as we should. I love that you've been open and you can share this with me. And he says in a production clip that he loves to open up. He loves the fact that Alex is opening up and has moved on with more things in her life, and she's not continuing those processes and mistakes that she had with her domestic violence situation, which meant taking the blame, downing herself, etc. We go back to Kelfani and Denise, and he says in his production clip that he's loving the fact that they're showing another format of intimacy, showing someone that you care. Now it's time for them to sit down and look at their cards and ask each other some difficult questions. And Kelfani asked the first choice to Denise. When was the last time you felt vulnerable and loved? And Denise says that was about in 2001. And he's like, wow, so 19 years? I mean, why do you feel like it's been that long? And Denise says that I wasn't falling in love like I thought. I wasn't good to myself. And I had to take a long minute to heal myself. The second question is, Denise to Kelfani, what are you looking for in a partner? Mother figure for your daughter? Can you go further into that? And Kelfani says trust, because the mother hasn't been in the daughter's life for a very long time, and now she's 12. So I need my partner to have stability, to understand that dynamic is important. And he says, to be honest, Denise, my fear with you is not being insecure or not trusting because of my work, because of things that I've experienced with you here now. And since we've been here, what I've seen is that jealousy, that territorial kind of energy, and that puts a seed of doubt in my mind. And Denise says, I don't want to disrespect you. I don't want you to feel that way. But then at the same time, when you told me and communicated with me, I did back off. And he's like, yeah, I did communicate that. And then Denise says, yeah, because I still need more massages. And Kelfani has this look of concern, as if his words went in one ear and out the other with Denise. Joy still wonders about Jay because he's also weighing out his options, and she notes that Edwin is very delightful. He's trying to connect and he takes things further, and Jay has some competition for sure. Edwin asks Joy, what would you never repeat in the future but some mistakes that you made in your previous marriage? And Joy said, I neglected myself and put his needs before mine. When I was trying to do what I needed to do, I put him ahead of me, and I had to take a step back all the time. That's what it felt like. And I've learned to set boundaries, and dealing with that, I meditate and I see a therapist. And Edwin says, that's what's on my list because of my PTSD. Those are the things that I need to work on. And you've opened my eyes to that even more. And Joy says, what do you expect from a woman that you have been scared to ask for in the past? And he answers her question on the card and says, for him, I always felt like I didn't get the permission to open up, and that I never asked for the support in certain areas like I wanted to. He felt that it was always hard to take the time to ask people for help. Joy asks Edwin again, what is your biggest fear about the person sitting right across from you? And he says that you will not accept me for who I am. But That's me in my mind. Maybe that might not be true. Maybe it's just things that I'm just thinking that make me feel insecure. Edwin feels that this ambiance is great, but he feels that it lacks music. And Joy says with sarcastic, joking energy, like, okay, what are you about to sing or something? He's like, no, let's just get up and let's just slow dance. And they're just slowly rocking back and forth, just having a moment to enjoy each other and the night. And Joy says in a production clip that he seems like a good man, but I don't feel like he's ready for love right now. I feel like he has a lot on his plate. He's sincere, but I just don't think he's ready for love right now. I just don't. Jay and Winter try to find some more connection, and Jay wants to look at some stars, and he wants to point out something more specifically. And he looks through the telescope and he says, that star that you're looking at is Aquarius, and that's your sign, right? And Winter says, oh, that's right, tee-hee-hee. And she's loving it, child. She's like, oh, you remembered, yay. And she says, nice job, and they share a high five. Womp womp. Winter feels like her and Jay share some energy, but she still has a lot of unanswered questions. So they play the get to know you game. Winter says to Joy, one of your friends, here's a question. One of your friends says that women you date often feel like the relationship is more than what it is. What do you do to make them feel or believe that the relationship is more than it is? And Jay says, oh, really? I don't know. I have no idea. I think that question's just made up. I can't see that one. I just, no, I don't do that. And Winter says, well, do you put it on too thick too soon? Is that what it is? And Jay says, well, I'm just me. I mean, I see it as I want to get to know people as friends first and then build a relationship off that. And Winter makes a production clip that, look, Jay, on a scale of 1 to 10, when it comes to being vulnerable, he's giving me about a 4. And Jay says to Winter, okay, here's your question. Do you think you have a habit of dating emotionally unavailable men? And Winter says, okay, well, I think that is true. I mean, I'm a helper. I like to fix things, and I want to help everyone and everything. But I guess just at that time, they weren't ready. So Jay is like, well, am I emotionally unavailable? Winter says, well, I don't know. Are you? And he says, well, you know what? Do you want me to just say names? He's like, no. I don't want you to do that. But why haven't we kissed? I mean, it's a perfect night. The stars are out, And Jay is like, well, I'm going to give you what you want. And it seems so forced. He leans over and gives her a kiss on the cheek. And there's even a production clip that that sounds a little record stop, like do do do. And Winter's like, are you serious? She's saying to production, like, I can't believe that he just gave me a kiss on the cheek. We have this perfect moment and he didn't even take a moment to connect with me and try to move forward and give me a little bit something more than that. That's not good. Rashid meets up with Adriana and he wants to make it known that I know she has other options, but I want to make sure that we're connecting and we have the same pace and we're understanding one another. He tells her, well, I have a gift for you. I know you like to sing, so I got you this to write your songs in. And they hug and she's like, oh my goodness, thank you. And they share some very endearing kisses. And Rashid says, look, I can keep going if you like. And Adriana's just like, no, I just want to give you a little taste. Rashid says, look, we're dating other people. We're trying to see who we're more compatible with, but I'm letting you know that you are my priority. You are my top pick. We have our options, but you are number one to me, period. I'm going to tell you that as a grown man in these streets. Adriana says, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm clearing out my mind right now. And when the time comes, I feel that I'll make the right decision. And Rashid says to production, like, okay, hearing her response is a bit offsetting and concerning to me because at this point, you should know what you want. Anthony invites Winter to play some badminton, and Anthony, again, with his bet idea because he can't think of anything else. He says, if I win, you got to give me a kiss on the lips. And Winter says, if I win, you got to give me a kiss on the lips and you have to piggyback ride me all the way back to the resort. And Winter wins and Anthony says, well, you win, so let me give you this kiss now. And they share some nice kisses and Anthony even throws in a little tongue right there. It's now time for them to play their card game. And Winter asks the question, have you ever been in love before? And Anthony says, you know what? I don't think I have. And Winter's like, really? I mean, you've never been in love. And Anthony's just like, I was close, but at that time I was just loving football. And Winter's like, okay. Anthony's like, yeah, well, I'm not playing football anymore. And it's been 8 years since I played. And Winter's like, I need to just know that what he's saying is for real. I mean, it's a red flag with me because, what is he so afraid of? Or what has he been doing to prevent himself from falling in love? But Anthony is like, that was years ago. My mind is totally different now. I think totally different. And Winter was just like, being in love is one of the best feelings in the world. And Winter feels like she could be the turning point for Anthony. And if Anthony chose her, he would be in really, really good hands. Anthony said, you said that you couldn't find a man that could deal with the alpha female. Like, elaborate on that. Winter says, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm used to being in charge. I'm somebody that's very, very strong. And I feel that when I come home, I don't have to be strong. I want a man to be able to take charge. And that the good news is that, I do see that in you letting me in. And Anthony says, well, you bring that out of me. And I appreciate that. And they share some kisses again. And he leans in for those good kisses. And they end their date, and Anthony keeps his promise from him losing the bet and giving her a piggyback ride all the way back to the resort. Edwin and Joy talk because they want to see where they stand. And Edwin expresses that you're an amazing person. You bring the best out of me. You always talk about things that are very specific. It's been on the forefront of my mind to see therapy, and we talked about therapy. And I just want to be open and honest and say that if it's not me that you would pick me, I was honored to be in your presence. I was honored to even talk to you and have these conversations. And we all meet each other and certain people for a reason. And they share some sincere tears and sincere hugs as well. Tommy sits down with the fellas and he starts with Edwin to give us the update about how he feels about Joy. And Edwin says, well, first of all, kudos to whomever set up the date, ambiance. I mean, that was great. It was just beautiful. Joy brings out the best in me, and I love that we were able to be very vulnerable, and she allowed me to express myself and my feelings. Rashid said that he loved the moments with Alex and being able to talk more. Kalfani shares the nice massage date that they had, allowing them to have more physical intimacy. And even though she showed that she was able to calm down the territorial and jealous kind of energy that it still lingers in the back of his mind, like, will she act like that again? Jay talks about the time he spent with Winter and says that they shared a kiss, but he gave her a kiss on the cheek. And it says that he already shared a kiss with Joy and felt that it didn't feel right to kiss her as well. Anthony says that Winter is a good pick and they've had awesome energy. And he thinks that they may even be on the same page now. Tommy says it's getting closer to eliminations. One woman has to go home. I want to know from each of you, who are you feeling the most? Edwin says Joy. Jay says Joy. Rashid says Adriana. Kalfani says Adriana. And Anthony can't make a decision between Denise and Winter. And Tommy says, so there are two women who you have chosen not as your top picks, Alex and Denise. So sit down with them, talk with them, because one of them has to go. So we will have 3 solid couples who are ready to love. Anthony sits down with Denise, and Denise wants to know, how was your date with Winter? And he says, well, it went very well. It went so well that I even got to the point where we kissed. And Denise shows her shock, how like she's so surprised that he kissed somebody else. And Anthony's like, well, where do we stand with you? What's the status with you? And she says, well, I went on a date with Kalfani, and you or him are neck and neck. And Anthony wants to know, well, if you had to pick one, who would you pick? And Denise has this look like, let me take a drink. And Anthony's like, okay, I'm going to take a drink with you before you answer. She says, Kalfani and I have more of a connection. We vibe on a spiritual level. And Anthony says, well, the fellows and I, we talked and we decided that we want you to stay. And she's like, okay, well, good. I'm glad I'm here to stay. And Anthony says, I want to get to know you more and I want to get to know you deeper. And I feel that we need more time to do that. And Denise is all for it. She's happy she's there. And she says she's going to work on being more open with both men. Calfani meets up with Alex and she jokes with him saying, well, I heard, you giving away, free massages. And he's like, yeah, ha ha, with his big mouth. Y'all know Calfani. Calfani says, I always wanted to date you, but you always were with Brian. And I felt like you never had a moment to kind of date other people. I mean, he had you arm in arm all the time. And I thought y'all had that connection, so I didn't want to interrupt that. And Alex says, I can't stand that I blocked a lot of people out and that I did that. I feel like I wasted my time and I cheated on myself with doing that. And Calfani says, you're amazing. You're a good dresser. You're beautiful. But, the guys, we've talked and we decided that you are not ready to love. And she says, yeah, I hate that this has happened, but it's understandable. It's been a great experience for me. And she feels that leaving this experience will make her better. They share a hug. They say their goodbyes. And that is the end of the episode. The great Bunzini strikes again. I have yet to be wrong yet. The only person that went home earlier than expected that I did not say was David. I thought that he would be with us all the way until this point and all the way at the end. But I told y'all. I told y'all Alex was going on. Now Rashid is very focused. He can joke around, but when it's time to be serious, he's serious. He'll joke around and he'll be like, okay, we got to get to these cars. I really, really like that about him. Woo, y'all, let me breathe. Let me take a moment because this next person I'm about to talk about, girl. Somebody call Winter. Somebody show her this video and tell her to get to this point of this review of this video. I'm going to talk to her like she my friend. Winter, number one, okay, I need you to look at the movies, Netflix, Hulu, something, and look at the movie He's Just Not That Into You. No shade, all tea, okay? This is tea you need to drink. When men don't want you, they don't want you. You are an amazing, beautiful woman. Girl, you are gorgeous. You can only... present the meow mix, and if they don't want it, you gotta let's go, kitty cat, let's go. You gotta get up out of there. When Rashid leaned all up on Adriana and gave those juicy kisses, he wanted that. You getting some good kisses when your head completely collapses to the side in the other person's arm. Next thing is some stuff popping out after that. When you starting to get them kisses like that, Rashid was moaning, girl. He was moaning and everything when he was kissing that woman. Those are kisses that he wanted. I'm just saying. Now that I know that you like to fix people, right? You with your ex-husband, girl, let's be real. He was probably a player from the beginning, and you tried to fix him into being this husband. He wasn't ready to cash in that player card. And you thought you could fix him and that a marriage and walking down that aisle and getting that little piece of paper was going to keep that man at home. Winter. Stop trying to fix people. Stop doing it. Don't do that. Don't try to fix Anthony either, because Anthony, he gave you them kisses and Jay gave you a sympathy kiss on your cheek. He used the excuse that he already kissed Joy and he don't want to kiss you. Girl. The lies on lies on lies. Never trust a man with some hands that small. Girl, we held our hands up together, me and Jay. He would have the same size hands as me. He can't hold you like you want to be held. He can't mold you like you want to be molded. You wanted him to grab your cheeks, your booty cheeks, but his hands were too small. Girl, let that man go. Girl, stop trying to fix people. Woo! Okay, I'm done. Woo, let me move on to the next person. Joy. Joy, what do you want? I feel like that line from The Notebook. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Joy, what are you doing? Do you want Edwin? Do you want Jay? Like I've been saying this whole time, I don't think that the men there are really truly compatible with you. I feel like the people that are left there, everybody, I'm talking of everybody, are not compatible with the people that are left. I feel that the true connections that were there and some things that were developing, they're gone already. Those infatuations, those possibilities of a connection are not there. Everybody there is dealing with default people and default situations, and nobody is connecting. Say what you want, girl. You was all up on Jay, but him and how he reacted and the little boo-boo kisses that he gave you and all of that, he wasn't feeling you. And Edwin is cool, but you really not feeling him because you feel like he got all of this on his chest. He being open to you about the PTSD, and you feel, I really don't think he's ready. How else can he prove to you that he's ready? He told you all his insecurities. He told you that he's afraid that people won't accept him who he is. And if you were really into him, you would have been like, he dealing with a lot right now, but I'm really liking him. I'm really into him. She not into him like that, because when they got up to start slow dancing, she was kind of holding on to him like, oh, when is this man letting me go? It seemed like a very creepy slow dance that y'all was doing. When he hugged you, y'all was hugging cheek to cheek. You didn't let your breast touch his chest or nothing, child. You was just totally giving him a church side hug like, oh, this man got problems, but when he gonna let me go? I mean, I'm pleased that he liked my advice about him going to see therapy because he got PTSD, but when is he gonna let me go? You're not connecting with nobody there, okay? And if you are having Jay as your top pick, it's because you're looking at comparing him with Edwin. But like I told Winter, y'all are not compatible with anybody there. Woo, let me move on to the next person. Why is Anthony still there? Why? With his whack date bets, playing games and stuff like that, he can't think of anything else. Anthony, homie to homie. I'm going to say this like you sitting right next to me. Homie, you not ready to love yet. You still in football player mode. You say you ain't played ball in 8 years. You still got your player card. You're not ready to put your, how you playing Uno and you got that draw 4. And if you hold on to it too long, now you got 12 cards. And now that draw 4 ain't nothing. Lay down the draw 4. Slap it down. Draw 4, the reverse. All that stuff, draw 2. You not ready to put them cards down yet. Say that. Say that you still getting your jump off on, and that's fine, because that's probably where you are in your life right now. Get you a girlfriend and be cool with that. That's why I honestly feel that you just want you a girlfriend where y'all could just stick it and kick it. It's all good, Anthony. I know where you look. You can't see me, but I'm doing the 2 fingers with an eye. We eye to eye. Anthony, I don't know why you still there. You should have been voted off a long time ago. But I'm going to tell you why you're still there. I'm going to tell everybody who's listening, why he's still there. I'm going to break it down. All right. Moving on to the next person. Oh, and one more thing, Anthony. You are afraid of commitment. And that's okay. Just say that. You're afraid of commitment and you wasted everybody's time. That's what I want to say. So Anthony's not connecting. Jay, you are not clicking with nobody there. Joy is just more compatible with you at this moment. Cal and Denise, Denise has those jealous vibes, and those are not going anywhere anytime soon. She's a grown woman. What she say? She 39, 29, whatever she says, 49, however so old she says she is. That's not something that's going to go away overnight. And if she thinks that she's just going to see you another woman and she's going to be sitting on her hands like, let me control myself, she going to look crazy in public if you rocking with her like that. Just letting you know, you seeing the red flags. It's up to you if you want to see them. Denise, you're a beautiful, gorgeous, awesome woman, but it's just little tweaks. We all got little tweaks we got to change and we got to deal with, right? That's all I'm saying. Adriana, girl, like I said in that last review, you going to throw away a good man. Woo, the shame. You better not. You better not throw away Rashid. When that man said, look, I got a gift for you, I was thinking, oh, wait a minute. This remind me of my favorite movie. what he about to do? And he came out with a notepad. I was like, oh, okay, dang, that's not what I thought. But when he gave you that notepad for write your songs in, and he's like, look, I'm a grown man. I'm telling you right now, you top choice. And he was like, well, I'm thinking about it. Girl, I wanted to punch the screen. Woo, wanted to punch the screen when you said that to that man. Girl, how you go tell that to Rashid? Rashid, what are you not? I'm going to say like the line from the Notebook. What do you want? What do you want? You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You still like, oh, I like Rashid and Kelfani. Look, if you want to keep it all the way funky, if you want to keep it all the way 100, why don't you just have both of them at the same time, fulfill your fantasy and move on? Because girl, you playing games. Pretty brown eyes, quit breaking my heart. You know that's what Rashid played in the car when he went home. Breaking my heart. Yeah, breaking my, he wanna know about you, know about me, know about me, know about me. Woo! Girl, stop playing with that 6-foot man with them soap colas. Oh my, what are y'all smoking? I just want to know what other women smoking. I'm gonna let y'all hear what y'all really want to hear. Alex, I told you was going home. I knew you was spending too much time with Brian. You know, you tend to pick people that you used to picking, and these men are telling you what you want. The women there either wanted a baby, an alpha male, stability, right? Financial stability. And you got Rashid, Edwin, and David that's telling you, I take care of the household. I'm putting you number one. They got some big old hands, okay, that could grab what y'all want to be grabbed. They got a lot. They locked and loaded. If you talk about babies, they all up on y'all. They kissing y'all. They hugging y'all. They being vulnerable. But who do y'all pick and who do y'all keep there? Y'all keep Brian longer, but you let other people go? What are you doing? Those men need some sexual healing, and they look like they ready to blast y'all to the moon, and y'all just are not seeing that. Well, I picked such and such, and now I don't feel like he's open enough. Then y'all say next week, well, he's not being open enough, and I don't think he's ready for love. It's just, these men are just saying stuff, and it's just going by y'all like a speeding car. What are y'all doing? I honestly feel like the night in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I really, really feeling like that. You have chose poorly. Look, going forward, if you do not send Anthony home or Jay, that lets me know why you haven't found love yet, because it's the way you choose the men. If you don't let Anthony go or Jay go in the next episode, that tells me that you will choose the wrong cup and you will be fizzled away to dust. Winter wanted an alpha male, and y'all voted off David. I just don't understand. And also, Denise, will she lose it if she finds out Kelfani kissed Adriana? Will she lose it? Because she almost broke her neck when Anthony told her, well, the day was good. You know, I kissed Winter. She was like, what? What? She almost lost her stuff, and that's not even her man. I'm telling y'all just, it's hot in here. Y'all just don't understand. If you've watched how each woman has picked what they've said, and then the actions are different. Let me give y'all an example. Okay, and I know I keep mentioning David, and I don't know if he's a jerk or not, but just based upon how he was eliminated and all the other men were eliminated, it just brings up a lot of light bulbs for me. So when David was there, right, y'all remember the specific episode when Alicia asked him, well, you know, if we're dating and all of that, you know, I have kids or whatever, are you going to be able to take care of me and my kids? And David specifically said, if we're dating, you know, I don't have kids. I'm not paying for you and your kids. But if I'm your man, I mean, and that's evident, you know, I'm going to take care of the household. That she even asked him, are you this? Are you that? Do you take care of the household? He's like, yeah, I take care of the household. It's something that he said he loved to do, and that he's always open. And his mistakes, remember what he said in the production clip, is being too trusting, too fast. They use him and then they leave, right? It's not compatible. It's not something they want. So Alicia went back to the females and said, well, he said he not the one to pay bills and take care of the kids. And y'all ran with that and said, well, we feel we don't want, when you with somebody, you know, you don't, you say you're not going to take care of the kids and the house. And he's like, well, that's not what I said. What I said was, and Denise kept cutting him off and wouldn't let him speak. Okay. Okay. Let me tell y'all what I think, who I think is going to be eliminated. And it's going to be a jaw dropper. And I think that they're going to eliminate these people based upon their dates and all this other stuff. Like I said, I'm going to reiterate, I don't think they connect with anybody that's there. I don't think there are any true connections on that show. I feel like all the people that are there are picking each other because that's all that's left. You're picking the cards up on the ground that are left from the deck, and you making a decision based up on that. But going off of the people that are there and the way the women that are talking, y'all, they are going to send Edwin home. I told y'all Edwin's only thing is that he's very long-winded. You could ask him what time is it, and he will give you a whole paragraph about what time it is, why the sky is blue, why it's AM and why it's not PM, and the history of why things are named time. He will give you this elongated answer. He will give you an answer. It's going to be long-winded, but he's going to give you an answer. Those women are going to vote off Edwin, y'all. And I promise you, I'm going to throw my shoe when they do it. They're going to keep Anthony, who's never been in love, who is all about football, slamming and passing, and they're going to keep him because he's, got some vibe with Winter and Denise. They're going to vote him off. They're going to vote Edwin off, or they're going to vote Jay off. Who needs to go is Anthony or Jay, because Jay is giving those sales pitches. Jay does not want to be there. He is not clicking with anybody there. Anthony, just smash and pass and let some people hit you up in your DMs and do what you know, bruh. You are not ready for a relationship. Just be open. You're on the wrong show. You probably wanted some airtime, and you probably wanted an experience being on TV, because I don't know how you made it this far. I don't know how Alex made it that far. I don't know how Brian made it that far. Y'all are a trip. And y'all need to hire me to do the next Ready to Love for season 4, because there really needs to be a woman to step in and really talk to the females and just keep it real. You know what I mean? But anywho, woo! I need some water, because I done talk myself thirsty. Not thirsty, thirsty. Let me know what you think. Y'all, the next episode will not be until January 1st. All right? So stay tuned. Y'all check out those last videos that I just posted about the Coming to America 2, the sneak peeks of what to look for with that, and a lot of other videos. We also got Ayanla's Fix My Life. Y'all Fix My Life. Make sure you check out those videos and catch up, because we have a lot more interviews, a lot of more recaps to go over. We have some new shows that are now coming back into production because of the original pushback due to COVID-19. So stay tuned. We got Wu-Tang and American Saga. We got Handmaid's Tale. We got so much more coming up. Don't sleep on your girl. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram so you don't miss sneak peeks of what's coming soon. Some personal things that I have going on. Don't miss it. I love y'all. Please, please, please leave your comments below, because I want to see if I'm the only one feeling this way. I want to see, am I tripping, and am I just overlooking it, and I don't know. Let me know how you think. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Click this notification bell, because I received a few comments and a few DMs. I didn't know you posted that. When did you post this? You got to click that notification bell so you don't miss when I post things. All right. I love you guys. Make sure that you check out the Kid Cudi Man on the Moon 3 album review as well. That is the first music album review for the channel. I love you guys. Stay safe. Have a good holiday. Take care of one another, love one another, and just be good. All right. I love y'all. It's been a crazy year. Stay cautious. Just because this year is coming to a close, don't look at 2021 as if we're going to be skipping down the street full of Skittles, unicorns, and lemon gumdrops and all that good stuff. Get ready. Prepare yourself. Save your money. Invest in yourself. Take care of yourself, because we don't know what is ahead. Build your faith, whatever your belief is. Lock up on that. Wrap yourself up in it and get ready. Be a soldier. Get your shields and your swords, because we don't know what's next. All right. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Peace.